Hi, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Phone Central, here with a quick look at Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for Windows Phone 8. This is not an Xbox Live game. Its store description says that only certain phone models are supported, however it does run on the Lumia 920, even though that is not a supported model. Let's have a quick look at some of the stuff you can do. There are several control options here. You can choose between classic and adapted layout. Classic works fine for me. Sadly, this game does not support the Moga Pro controller at present. Let's all bug Rockstar about adding that as a feature. If you want to reposition the screen buttons, you can do that, so that's a good thing at least. Besides that, you can adjust the level of traffic, which is probably a good thing. And a lot of different display options, from brightness to graphical effects and draw distance. This way you can optimize how well the game runs on your phone. We're just going to leave it on the default and see how it looks. You can mess with some of the radio stations and stuff. Adjust your audio levels a little. Language setup, it supports these languages, pretty good number there. Now let's hop into the game real quick. It loads pretty fast, which is a good thing. The game starts out with a cinematic introduction. You're playing as a guy named CJ. As you can imagine, he is going to get into some crime and trouble. We're just going to skip that so we can see the gameplay. Alright, touch the lower left corner to move him. So it's using a virtual stick, as you'd expect. Get on the bike. Let's walk over to this bike. I crouched accidentally. Looks like double tapping does that. Alright, to get on the bike, I push this button here. Now you can choose between a few different control options. This just determines how you're steering. It does not control speed. We'll stick with analog. You have to use the accelerate button to move forward. Radar up here. Do I have a destination? I'm a big fan of the Grand Theft Auto series, but I have never played this particular installment before. Supposed to get back to the hood, it says. Brake button, got that. Alright, now graphically you can see this is running at a pretty good frame rate. It's not 100% fluid, but it is better than most 3D Gameloft titles. And I'm sure on the Lumia 1520 and more powerful phones it would be even better. A few different camera options here. Let's hop off the bike, mess with some people. Got some lowlifes here. Uh-oh. So that didn't work out too well. And if you die, you restart here. Now, you could argue fairly that that particular encounter was a little too hard for right smack at the beginning of the game. But that's life. Okay. So, how do you carjack? Walk up to it. Bam, hit the car button. Sorry, lady. She has been jacked. There's a lot of strong language, also a hallmark of the series. Look, that guy got out. Okay, so there's a night and day cycle. It's now sunset. Let's run over some people. This is one absolutely massive game. It was a huge hit on PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox. It's awesome that we can now play it on our phones. It actually plays really well with a touchscreen. It costs $7. It will last you pretty much forever. There's virtually unlimited number of things you can do. Many hours of gameplay. And like I said, it does run on multiple phones, so if you have a Windows Phone 8 device with at least 1 gigabyte of RAM, you should give it a download. Note that it starts out as a 20 megabyte download, but then you have to download the rest of the game data after you've installed that, and it ends up being a little more than 2.5 gigabytes. My only disappointment at the moment is the lack of Moga controller support. I really think we should all rally and try to get Rockstar to add that in a title update. The Android version of the game does support Moga. This has been our first look at Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. We'll be back later with a full review. Thanks for watching. Read the article at wpcentral.com.